Hello and welcome to week 13 of Margarete Miller's weekly collage challenge. The prompts for this week are light, a coupon or form, circles, candy or a sweet treat. I'm not going to put that in, so I'm going to use the bonus this week, which is stamping in red ink and something written in pencil. So what I've collected is, this was what was left over when I die cut something, so there was a frame left over, so that's my light. It's in my imaginary window with light coming through it. That's this bridge scoring pad, that's going to be my form. I've got circles here that I've punched out of, this was an embossed gel print, so I've got some small and large ones of that, and also out of this file. It was one of those ones that's in a little case sort of thing, so I pulled it to pieces and I'm using the paper in various projects. So I've got a few circles, I've got my pencil ready to write something, I've got my stamp and my red ink, so I'm ready to go. I'm just going to do some stamping with my red stamp to begin with, my red ink I should say. So this is Distress Oxide Fired Brick. I'm hoping it's not going to be too intrusive. I just want something faint. Yeah, that's okay. Just going to keep just applying that on there till I've used all the ink up off the actual stamp itself. I don't have to clean it that way. Surprising how much is still on there when you think it's all gone. Oh, that looks fairly clean. I'll call that done. So I've got my bridge scoring card. I don't need all of it, I just want the top bit of it. And I've got my faux window for my light element. Just trying to decide which side I like best. I actually like this better, but that has blue. No, I'll go with this one. I just broke it then. I did try and put some eyelets into some of these, but these are really cheap eyelets. They're not worth getting, to be honest. You're better off buying decent ones. So that's going to go there somewhere. I think I might throw in something flowery. I like this guy. He's neat, this guy. I like him. What have I got here? Ooh, spooky. Okay. Alright, so I've got that. I've got a fox and a rat. Another rat. More rats. Pretty sure I'm going to use this rat. Not sure about the flower. Maybe if I would cut that away. I'm just going to quickly cut around that, see if it looks any better. It's too confusing, the background in that. You can't really see where the flower ends and the background begins, so it's often best to just get rid of the background. Yeah, I don't mind that. Where would I put it? Behind the window? I love these. Just going to tear some of that off. You don't need it to be so big. This is an interesting piece of paper because it's actually got a leaf, a fern leaf in it, like an actual fern leaf set into the paper. I did that with I think I used gel medium for that. Okay, so I'm just cutting a bit of that white from between the rat's feet here. I'm going to even use less of that, just a bit. And pop it there. So rat I will put there. Just ink around that. Ink that rat. Get rid of all those white bits. I hope everybody's well and happy. It's been a pretty uneventful week here. Nothing fantastic has happened. Okay, so I want to use a couple of these circles. So my reasoning with the eyelets was they were circles in circles. So that was where I was going with that. And now I'm not sure whether I'll use the ones that have got the eyelets in it. I like these ones. I'm actually making a circle book similar to the one I did for the Makers Challenge. So I didn't have a process video for that because, well, to be honest, it just took too long to make it to do a video. So I'm making another one, and so I'll show you exactly how I did it. It won't be exactly the same though, but the concept is the same. I'm not going to use those ones, or that one. Okay. So we're just going to glue some of these things down. I'm going to do something like that. Maybe the rat can be coming through the window. I'll get these pieces down first. They're my background ones. Helps to use the right dog. Oh, that one had no ink on it. That one, I suppose, wasn't going to ink it, but may as well. Okay, so let's put them down. I'll put that about there. And then that. Something like that. It's very hot here today, and this glue is really only gluey for a short amount of time, so it'll work pretty quickly. Okay, so I've got my windowy thing. I'm thinking maybe I'll put some of these behind. How's that going? Oh, I think I like it this way better. Something like that. So I'm probably going to ink around this. I've already broken one of the little pieces in my fake window. Now I'm thinking about, I think I'll do that. So I want the rat in here. And seeing as that's already broken, I might take advantage of that and put the rat in like that. I'm just going to glue that from the other side. I've covered up my little circle. Can I get it off? Yeah, I can move it because it's shocking glue. I shouldn't have used that on there because that's embossed, so it's not a smooth surface. It's a bit harder for the glue to do its job. Or glue stick, I should say. This art glitter glue will work a charm. Oh, that man that I had before, I'm going to put him in because he's a rat catcher. I'm just going to put some vintage photo around this old fella. I got this image out of a book about animals that live in urban areas, and this was a reference to the rat plague from wherever that was. Would have been in England, I think. And yeah, so they used to have rat catchers. That was their jobs. So their little dogs used to sniff out the rats, and he's got his cage there to put his catch in. I was going to put him over near the rat, but I'm going to put him over here now, I think. And I've got a couple more circles to pop in there. So I'm going to put one there. This one there, I think that just needs to be broken up a bit. I'm going to try and get, yeah, that can come out pretty easy. Just get the eyelets out of these circles and use them. Might use that one because it's a bit lighter, although the other side's light too, so I'll use the original side. And then this one, I think I'll just pop there, maybe. I'll overlap it with the other circle and the window, yeah, like that. Like that. I'm going to put my rat catching man in there. I feel like he needs something behind his head, as in something a bit lighter, so maybe he could go up a bit higher. Let me have a look. It's really hard to tell when you're sitting so close to these things whether the composition works. I often find when I'm editing my videos, I think I was going to put something somewhere and then I change my mind. And when I'm editing, I think, oh no, I should have just left it where it was because it looked better. You know, I don't like down here, as much as I love it, I don't like the way it looks on the page. I'm just going to see if I can get some of it off. It's hard to tear because it's got that, it's quite plasticky. It's got the gel medium on it to lock that leaf inside it. So that might be a better spot for the old mate to go in down there. Still think he needs something light behind his head. What about another piece of this scorecard? Just a narrow strip because I don't want to cover up all the circles. That might work. Give it a straight edge. Just going to put a little bit of ink on it. I'll use this glue, this art glitter glue, because there's a little bit of product on those circles, and this is quite slippery. This cardboard that these brown rings are made from, so yeah, I think that's better. That's betterer. What do you reckon? I'll put him down. Okay, I'm happy with that, but I think it just needs a little bit of defining, so I'm going to get my Distress crayons. I don't have a lot of choice in colours, so what's this one? Gathered Twigs. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's quite dark. I didn't realise how dark that was. Just here, it gets a bit lost. So I'll just go around the edge of this. A little bit here. Just want it to be obvious that that's meant to be like a window. Okay, so now I have speckled egg and what's this one? Oh, tea dye. I didn't realise that was in there. Haven't really used these very much. I'm not 100% sure what to do with them, to be honest. I really need to learn. Well, that looks dark for tea dye, doesn't it? It doesn't look anything like tea dye. I'm just going to use my water pen on that. See if adding a bit of water makes a difference. Yeah. Lightens it a bit. It's still don't reckon it looks like tea dye. Not like the actual ink that I've got, that's for sure. It's very pale. It basically looks exactly like tea dye. Okay, now to put a bit of something around the edge here. Use use the tea dye again. I haven't written anything in pencil yet. I've got to do that. So one thing about these crayons is I can dip into the crayon and use it to colour other areas with this water pen. Trying to get rid of that distinct edge there. Blend it a bit. Not bad. This looks a bit empty there, so see if we can pick up a bit more of that and put it in there. That's better. And in that hole. Well, that's what I should do. Use my Stabilo pencil and just like go around the inside of these holes. No reason, just feel like doing it. I've just written the city rat catcher and his little dog. Now I'm going to splatter with, I like white, the idea of white on there. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. My gesso is getting a little bit firm in this thing, drying out a little bit. Let's see what we can get out of it. Just added a bit more water. So I'm sure you can hear that noise. As I said in a previous video, every time I go to do a video, ooh, that's no good, my neighbours, not singling anybody out, it's neighbours everywhere, start mowing, chopping, blowing. It's so hard to get a quiet time to do a video. Just no such thing here. And I don't like that big blob. I'll get rid of that. Today's date is the 25th March 2023. I've got my little mouldy stamp here. I'm going to put some little red spots in. That'll do. So I'm going to call that one done. So I have my light coming through my window. It's not really looking that light, but maybe I can lighten that. Oh, I've got my white gel pen. I might just go around if it'll work. Is it working? Yeah. I'm going to leave it like that. You can imagine there's light coming through that window. A coupon is, or a form is here and here. I've got heaps of circles in there, something written in pencil, and the bonus was the red stamping. So that's Margarete Miller, week 13, done and dusted. Let me know what you think in the comments. Love it when you leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next video. So I'll say cheers from Australia. Hooroo.